لعب ولهو, play and wasting time. زينة, vanity, beautification. And what does he say? زينة وتفاخر بينكم, showing off with one another. وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد, trying to gather and compete with each other in family and wealth. ألهاكم التكاثر. Allah said it's makes you useless, this competing with each other. So competing with each other is human nature. Look all around you. You see that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, look, that's a part of your innate nature, to compete with each other. Don't try to suppress that sense of competition, rather apply that positively. How do you apply that positively? فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Compete with each other in doing good deeds. سَابِقُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Try to race with one another to the forgiveness of Allah, and to Jannah and to paradise. سَارِعُوا. Race with each other. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Let people compete with each other in that, in Jannah. So similarly here, Allah is saying, look, you have competition built into you. You want to apply that positively, compete with one another. Allah is watching, Allah is looking, Allah is judging who amongst you will have the more excellent action. And the last thing here is Allah uses the word ahsan, which means excellence. Right? Allah does not use the word akthar. Allah uses a word that implies quality, not quantity. Quantity is not demanded of us, not asked of us, has no value on its own. Quantity is only significant after you have already applied quality. But quantity without quality is useless. So the word ahsan tells us that, look, give quality in your action. And that's something that's very important. For instance, right here, right now, today, we sat down, everybody made time, came here, said we're going to study Quran. Came here, sat down for 45 minutes, and we studied how many ayat? 2 ayats. Now you could go home feeling, man, we only did 2 ayats. What's this? I'll die before we finish the Quran. Right? Or you can enjoy the fact that you understood it with quality. You thoroughly. Understanding 2 ayahs properly, ayatain, it's much, much better than if we would have read 20 ayat, but without quality. Praying 2 rakats with khushu' of nafil is better than praying 20 rakats of nafil, but up and down, up and down. So quality is always important, that's what's being emphasized. So, الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ. He is the one who created lifelessness and life, لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ, so that He may test all of you. أَيُّكُمْ, who amongst you أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا, is more excellent in his action, has better quality in his action. وَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ, and He is Al-Aziz and He is Al-Ghafur. Even these 2 specific attributes of Allah that are mentioned are very precisely and very specifically mentioned. Al-Aziz implies the strength and the firmness of Allah. And Ghafur implies or points to the forgiveness of Allah. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we just talked about, the previous surah talks about the outcome of this test. Some people failed the test, like the wife of Nuh and the wife of Lut alayhim as-salam. And some people passed the test, like the wife of Fir'aun and Maryam, the mother of Isa alayhi salam. So the people who failed the test, with them Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Aziz, firm, strong. But the people who passed the test, even if they had a little discrepancy here and there, shortcomings a little bit here and there because of being human, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafur. The other thing the scholars point out is al-maut wal-hayat. Maut, the quality, the attribute of Allah of being Al-Aziz applies to maut, death. Because death is something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes life. Meaning when the time comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're gone, you have to go. No matter what your situation is, what your circumstances, who you're leaving behind, how sad it is. You ever hear about the death of someone and it just made you sad? Sometimes somebody passes away and they're 87 years old and they saw their great-grandchildren and they lived a full life, and a person passes away, you're still sad, but you at least acknowledge the sense they lived a full life. And then the 20-year-old passes away in a tragic car accident. The mother of 2 small children passes away. A small 4-year-old dies. And it breaks your heart. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Aziz. It's being done for their benefit. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. How, why, when, where exactly, maybe we don't understand now. But Allah is Al-Aziz. He's firm. It's going to happen. It's going to pass. Because Allah has made that decision. And Ghafoor, because of Hayat. Ghafoor and Hayat. Meaning during this lifetime we can constantly work towards the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We invoke the forgiveness and the mercy of Allah. The next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now, الَّذِي خَلَقَ سَبْعَ سَمَاوَاتٍ طِبَاقًا. Now this is where the reflection continues. So I told you how the previous ayah teaches us to reflect. The first 2 ayat, it doesn't mention the name of Allah explicitly, rather it tells you He's the one. All the kingdom is in His hand. He alone is in control over everything. So it makes you think. Reflection is beginning. خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةِ. Reflection. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. You look around, you see, where do you stand? Where do I stand? What is the quality of my actions and my deeds? So the reflection continues. Now, reflecting on that which is around us. First, we've reflected on what we go through, what we experience ourselves. سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. One other place Allah mentions about we will show them our miraculous signs around them, outside, in the horizons, and then within them. Here we see that the person is first reflecting on himself. Life and death is something we're constantly experiencing. Somebody's dear to us is dying and passing, and children are being born every day. So first that reflection, now reflecting around us. الَّذِي خَلَقَ سَبْعَ سَمَاوَاتٍ طِبَاقًا. That He is the one who created سَبْعَ سَمَاوَاتٍ. 7 skies, or 7 heavens, as we normally translate. A little bit about this word. Samawat is a plural of the word sama. Sama'un literally in the Arabic language means anything that's above you. Anything that's above you. But then some places where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala limits the word sama, either by mentioning a number for it, like here's 7 skies, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala limits it by mentioning a quality, an adjective for it. Like we're going to see in ayah number 5 in Surah Al-Mulk, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَزَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا. The sky of the world, ad-dunya. So sometimes Allah limits it, what He's talking about. So here it says Sab'a Samawat, the 7 heavens, the 7 skies, which of course is talked about all throughout the Quran, and the Prophet has informed us about it as well. But then Allah mentions an attribute for these 7 skies, or these 7 heavens. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Tibaqan. Tibaqan. Now tibaq in the Arabic language comes from the root of the word tabaqa, which means for something 2 implications. Either for something to be one on top of another, or it also implies something being consistent. Like mutabaqa, almost like muwafaqa, something being consistent, synchronized, consistent. Or it refers to something being in layers or stages, one on top of another. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He created the 7 skies, either one on top of another, which is one obvious meaning, or it can also mean that He created 7 skies consistently. There's a connection, there's continuity, there's consistency between them.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother Naman Ali Khan, and you're listening to 93.5 Unity FM.
مولاي صل وسلم دائما Greencoat Nursery is a brand new super nursery run and led by qualified teachers. All our staff at Greencoat Nursery are highly trained and activities are well planned to allow our precious little learners to have fun and to develop across all areas. We are located at Greencoat Nursery, 259 Stratford Road, Sparkhill, B11 1QS, next to the Aldi supermarket, and have our own dedicated car park. Call us on 07858 100 777 to book a visit. Greencoat Nursery, a place to play, create and educate.
Al Bahan provides a traditional grammar school education in an Islamic atmosphere. With our 100% GCSE pass rate, outstanding Ofsted report, and ranking as one of the top 50 schools in England, Al Bahan Grammar School is the ideal choice for your daughter.
Ofsted reported outstanding teaching. Students make swift progress and achieve exceptionally well.
Staff set high expectations for behaviour, politeness and courtesy.
Visit us at Spring Road Centre in Tyseley. Call us on 0121 440 5454 or visit our website for details. For a brighter future for your daughter, choose Al Bahan Grammar School.
Sadly, millions of orphans living in the poorest countries lack the necessary support for a healthy childhood. These children have to endure lives of hardship without the basic necessities that will help them to grow, to learn, to live. Let's show them that we do care. Let's brighten up their future. Call 0161 225 0225 or visit humanappeal.org.uk.
93.5 Unity FM. Have you been thinking of investing in gold and silver? With gold and silver prices expected to rise, there has never been a better time to turn your money into the world's safest commodity. Nashad Jewelers aim to make the process of buying investment gold simple and secure. We are authorized stockists of certified gold bullion. From small purchases to large-scale investments, Nashads will not be beaten on price. Invest today and take advantage of the 100% tax-free savings on investment gold. Nashad Jewelers, 527 Stratford Road, 0121 773 4286.
At Islamic Relief, we use money raised from your clothing donations to support and fund long-term projects. Projects such as education, water systems, microfinance initiatives, and medical and emergency aid. The funds raised have helped people break out of the vicious cycle of poverty worldwide. With your help, we can do more. Together, we can continue to help the world's poorest people. Donate your unwanted clothes. To arrange a collection, call...
Small hit.